Yeah, the timing of it all is weird because what else has happened today? The prime midget decides to go to visit Tiny Vlad over in fucking Kiev, and
Yep.
you know, gives away says he's going to give $2.5 billion in military aid. That's an aircraft carrier's worth of money. That's ridiculous.
It is, and it's our money, and we really should start getting a say in these things. It's like we've involved ourselves in Yemen today as well. The prime midget's done that.
Yeah. Well, right. That's actually that's when there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people on Twitter for some reason seem to think it's a good idea to go and bomb Yemen, right?
I don't understand that.
Well, what they're saying is wipe out the Houthis. There won't be any attacks on the shipping, and the shipping. Oh, that's not going to make the Red Sea any safer, really, right?
No, of course not. Of course not, because you take it's like a hydra, isn't it? You cut off one head and two more grow back.
But Saudi and the US have been knocking shit out of the Houthis and the Yemenis for a decade, and it's not made any difference. So the problem we have here is we're now getting dragged into what's going to ultimately, in my view, become a war against Iran. Right?
Of course.
Because that's where we're going. America's trying to push for a war.
It's not a step to think that.
So America's pushing towards a war against Iran, which is not going to be a war against Iran. It's going to be a war against BRICS.
Yes.
And that means it's a war against Russia and China. China's got a lot invested in Iran and the countries around it.
Yeah.
So I don't know what America's trying to do. It's like the death throes of Uncle Sam here. He doesn't have a clue what he's doing, right?
No.
And he's just trying to stay relevant in a world that's changing by the minute instead of by the hour or the day or the week or the year. It's changing by the minute at the moment. And America thinks it can take on Iran. But is it forgetting it's got to deal with Russia and probably North Korea? Because they're always itching for a fight, you know?
Yeah.
So, and then when all that kicks off, is China then going to go, maybe this is the time to just, come in, little Taiwan. Come visit Uncle Xi.
By visit, you mean we're taking you over?
Yeah.
Of course. And Sora makes a great point in the chat. Says you'd think Parliament might be interested. Well, I don't think Parliament have any power. I think Parliament have been totally neutered in all of this.
See, the problem you've got is technically the Parliament, the Prime Minister, the Prime Midget doesn't need to involve Parliament when he makes his decisions, which is wrong, right?
It is wrong.
Right. But the convention has always been that there's been a parliamentary debate, and then they don't necessarily vote whether it's go ahead or not, but at least there's been a parliamentary debate, and your representative knows what the hell is going on, right? But there's been no parliamentary debate here. He just said, yeah, go and bomb them. You know, send a few of our Typhoons or whatever we've got. Send
them.
Yeah, send them, go bomb them. And then Grant Shapps comes on because to not follow the convention, there's a couple of criteria that you can avoid. One of them's emergency, and the other one's self-defense. So Yemen is 3,500 miles away from London. It's not self-defense.
Of course it's not.
And if you then say to me, it's self-defense because HMS Diamond's in the Red Sea, why the fuck is HMS Diamond in the Red Sea?
It's only self-defense if HMS Diamond is actively targeted, attacked, bombed, whatever.
Yeah, well, they're saying they were, but they weren't. These drones weren't heading for Diamond. They were heading for the Israeli-bound ships.
Yeah, and I mean, I would say a lot of private industry has a lot of skin in this game. Companies like Maersk and shipping.
You know what? Let them deal with it.
Well,
they're the ones that reap the benefit. Why are we policing? And we're back to it again. we're policing property and not people, right?
Yeah, yeah.
We're protecting property and goods and not people, because we're putting our people in harm's way to protect the commercial interests of foreign companies. That's what we're doing.
Right.